As soon as we hear the word scientist, we think of Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, Marie Curie, Charles Darwin, etc. But there is an Indian who changed the fate of India in the global arena. His contributions not only laid the development path of science in India, but also helped the scientific community as a whole. But his intervention in Indian history made India a global superpower. That may be the reason why he was not liked much by our Western competitors. You would have guessed him by now. He is the father of Indian nuclear physics, Homi Jahangir Baba. A relative of Dorabji Tata, he was born to a wealthy Parsi family on 30th October 1909. He studied mechanical engineering as per his father's wish, but later his father understood his childhood interest and made him to learn physics. Homi Bhabha's first theoretical paper was the absorption of cosmic radiation. He was the first one to introduce the calculation to determine cross-section of electron-positron scattering. It was eventually named as Bhabha scattering. He served as a reader in Physics Department of Indian Institute of Science, which was headed by Sir C.V. Raman. With the help of Dorab Tata Trust, he set up Tata Institute of Fundamental Research because there was no adequate infrastructure in India to take up research at that time. Tata Institute of Fundamental Research was a boon to India, which created space for scientific research in a country like India at that time. He established the Atomic Energy Commission in 1948 and served as a chairman. In 1954, Atomic Energy Establishment was established by him in Bombay. It represented India in the International Atomic Energy Forum. He was also the president of United Nations Conference on Peaceful Uses of Atomic Energy. These are all basically on his achievement front. Now, what is it that made him the best scientist ever, that has saved billions of Indians and is saving billions of Indians even today? Uranium is the major raw material for creating nuclear weapons. The enrichment of uranium is the one that matters the most because the level in which you enrich the uranium changes its grade. As of today, countries are allowed to enrich uranium to a maximum of 3.4%. This 3% enrichment can be used for civilian purposes from electricity generation to treatment of diseases at hospitals. In order to create a nuclear weapon out of this uranium, you must enrich it by at least 93%. Coming back to India, this was a time when world powers were taking sides towards two heavily nuclear armed states, that is the US and the Soviet Union. India was a follower of non-alignment policy. There was a dire need to create weapons-grade nuclear energy for India. But India didn't have much of uranium reserves. Now, India turned towards Western powers like United States for uranium. But United States had other ideas. They were ready to give uranium with the promise that India should not be using it for creating nuclear weapons. If so, India goes with nuclear weapons, there may be sanctions from US that can cripple India's feeble economy. So India, having understood the need to create a nuclear weapon, now turned towards Homi Bhabha. India at that time had a plenty of thorium reserves, but less uranium reserves. Homi Jahangir Bhabha used this to invent a 3-stage nuclear power program. With thorium and plutonium as major raw material, and a little of uranium, he invented a nuclear power energy. He found out the correct opportunistic path at a tough situation. That's why he is correctly called father of India's nuclear program. Today, India is a nuclear superpower. It is this status of India that deters even heavy-handed neighbors like China and Pakistan to enter further into Indian territory. We share one of the longest land borders with China. Apart from a few, many places are quite peaceful. But that's not the case with China's other neighbors like Laos and even North Korea, and China's dictatorship at the South China Sea, to name a few. India becoming a nuclear superpower gave it a stage to express itself in the international forums. From being a colony of Britain to becoming a nuclear power country, a status only very few countries enjoy, is not an easy task. Credits for this goes to the Herculean task undertaken by Homi Jahangir Bhabha. Homi J. Bhabha was killed in an air crash in the Alps mountain range on 24th January 1966. His death remains a mystery. There were many conspiracy theories and assassination theories involving Central Intelligence Agency of United States on his death, but we are not sure what happened to him. If you want to know more about his death and those theories, there is a link in the description box. Go check it out. Raja Ramana and many others came after him for the development of nuclear energy in India. But the roots were so deep because it was first made by Homi Jahangir Baba. Next came Smiling Buddha, India's first nuclear weapon test, and the rest brought us here. Right from sowing the seeds of research in India to making it a nuclear superpower, Homi Jahangir Baba had a major role to play. Thank you, Homi Jahangir Baba sir, for this. Today, we have Baba Atomic Research Center in his remembrance. Thank you.